we're probably the first generation that are affected by global warming. We might be the last generation who can do anything about it. I know that people all the way through human history have said that the world is going to end tomorrow. But I do feel that perhaps for the first time in human history, there's this imperative to save the planet. It's the first time that it really, we can see the effects on the planet. I'm a very live in the now person. I think especially when things are going bad, especially when life is tough, I think it's better to, you get forced to live very much in the present. The idea of looking into the future is a bit of an anathema to me. All I can see it just kind of tails off. I just see this line that kind of tails off. Who knows? But like I said, it's more what can we do in the present time to assure that there is a future. And we all know that, in your guts. There's a heaven, it's all great. There could be heaven on earth. Human beings can only fuck it up. Now, I don't think we're fucking it up any more than we used to do. I think there's the same amount of good and evil in the world as there's ever been. We're possibly just aware of it more than ever, because you can go online and you can look at any amount of evil if you want to find it. You can look at any amount of bad shit. So our perception is that things are terrible. I'm a spiritual person. I just admit that to you. There's not one decision I take, there's not one day or hour goes by without me having a vaguely out-of-body thought. And so when I consider utopia, I think of heaven. Of course, I don't know what heaven is, but one of my ideas of heaven is to do with the job that I do. It's to do with music. I think C.S. Lewis, the writer, he said that music is the most abstract of art forms. In a sense, art and music is to me, that's a utopia. That's a little window on heaven. Richard, our drummer, would ban social media of all types. Then he climbed down a little bit. He thought about it and said, okay, I'll tell you what, let's not ban all social media, but let's just restrict the use of phones and iPads per person to 2 hours a day. And after that, you get a little electric shock every time. Because he can't stand it. He feels that the people aren't being... It's the little things. I just think we have to focus on the little things. If everybody just looked at the guy next to them or looked at the girl next to them and treated them with respect and love, no matter where they came from, no matter if they had money or were poor. If we genuinely did that, and I don't, but if we could genuinely do that, the problems of the world would be solved overnight. Everything would be like a domino effect, these tiny dominoes, all the way up to government. Everything's going to be fine. The only sensible thing that we can do is to look ahead to our future and make sure there's a planet for our kids, and our grandchildren.